Auth66. I don't know that I would call today spicy, but I am going to get passionate. How's that? Is that maybe just the same thing as spicy? Who knows? The light's not my favorite today. Whatever. So I'm going to talk about something that you're not supposed to talk about on LinkedIn or really publicly, but I don't think that my message is going to be wrong. Friends, if you don't vote, we got a problem. You know, I'm Canadian. We have an election that'll be coming after the American election, but the American election is also, I think it's after the American election. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Point is that there's an election here that'll be happening. There's an election happening in the United States. And one thing that drives me nuts is when I hear people saying, I don't vote. It is a right and a freedom afforded to people in countries with democracy that we should be engaging with. And I will never tell you which way to vote. I will never be mad if you vote with somebody that, or vote for somebody that I wouldn't personally vote for. It is a, sorry, I have something in my eye. It is a personal choice. But if you are not voting, I'd love to talk to you. I get mad at my choices. I feel and understand apathy when it comes to political choices. Then go and scratch your ballot, because that's like saying the choices are not anything that I approve of. And I'm not going to say that you should vote for somebody that you don't believe in. You can go and vote for, you know, whatever write-in candidate you want to. The point is that you go in and you exercise your right to vote. Because when I see numbers like 38% of people voted, I want to pull my hair out. There is so much that needs to be changed. I just sat in a policy meeting for the local Chamber of Commerce, and, you know, grassroots community organizations that aren't necessarily involved in the big picture issues are doing things and trying to affect change, because there's so many people out there that feel lost and not represented by their government, and that there's just too much bureaucracy going on. None of this changes by just being apathetic about it. And I'm not advising for a revolution. I think the answer is in front of us and simple. If you say my vote won't change anything and you're part of that 70%, that's bullshit. That is not the case. You have a role to play, not only in using your vote, but encouraging people around you to vote. I think that we can't live in this kind of world anymore where we have these numbers where people just aren't turning out because it's no big deal. But then also watch the news and see what it's like in other countries around the world where there isn't democracy and how poorly that goes. Someone can very easily say, well, if you're not going to participate in the process, then why do we have it? So that is my very passionate plea to all of you. No matter where you live, if you have a democratic process, engage in it. And do the bare minimum, take a quiz online if you want to, or go in there and help out with a campaign. Whatever level of involvement makes you feel like you have enough education to be able to do that vote from a place of knowledge, then do that. But it is a right. It is something that you get as a freedom, and helps contribute to the world that you live in, and you should be exercising that freedom. It's probably the most important one that we have.